Okay, good morning once again. So today we will now be learning about the week number 2, last number 2 of our lesson. So last number 2, title is Congruent Angles and Vertical Angles. So today we will be learning the following things. We are going to derive relationships of geometric figures using measurements by inductive reasoning and congruent angles and vertical angles. So as we begin with our lesson for last number 2, I would like you to get your copy of the lesson last number 2 for week number 2 in Mathematics 7. Okay, so let's begin first with the congruent angles and what is this vertical angles all about. So when you say congruent angles, lahat po yan siya equal. Ang ibig sabihin po ng congruent is equal, in other words. So, congruent. Congruent. The symbol for congruent is like this. Parang meron siyang alon sa taas, meaning equal po daw siya. Next, ano naman yung vertical angles? So when you say congruent angles muna, there are two or more angles with the same measure. Sabi daw po, the same measure. Kaya siya tinawag na equal angles or congruent angles. Next, vertical angles are two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. Vertical angles are congruent angles. So example ng vertical angles. Take a look at the example on your copy. You have seen there lines that intersect with each other. We have point A here, we have point B, we have point C, and point B. Now, the middle point is point O. Okay. When you say vertical angles, dapat yung angles na yan siya is nagtalikdanay. For example, yung gitna ha, that is called point O. Allow me to write O at the top. Yan na lang po. So, ano ba yung mga angles dyan? We have A, O, B. Angle A, O, B. Ano po yung likod ni angle A, O, B? Angle A, O, B. Ano po yung likod niya? Of course, ito. Ito yung angle A, O, B. Ang likod niya, ito po. So, ano yan siya na angle? We have angle B, O, C. Is equivalent to angle B, O, C. Uy, hindi nakita sa camera. Is equivalent to angle B, O, C. Okay? That is now our first vertical angle. Next, meron pa bang second vertical angle dyan? Or meron pa bang nagtalikdanay na angle dyan? When you say nagtalikdanay, parang meron sa front, meron din sa likod. Sa Bisaya pa nagtalikdanay. Or sa Tagalog pa, nagbaliktaran. Okay, we have angle AOB, angle BOC. Okay? Next, meron pa ba? Is there? Is there? Meron pa ba? What do you think, class? Meron or wala?
DOC.
Opo, sir.
BOC daw po. Ito daw po. BOC. Itong dalawang linya na ginawa ko. At saka ang partner niya, yung sa likod naman niya, ito naman. Si angle AOB. So that's correct. We have angle BOC is congruent to angle AOB. So that is another pair of angles na vertical. In this case, merong two pairs of vertical angles for this figure. Now, another example is this angles 1, 2, 3, and 4. Allow me to erase this one. Okay, so we have the example na X pa rin siya. But in this case, ang pangalan ng angle is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, ano po ang opposite ni angle 1? That is what we call the vertical angle. So, angle 1, ito po. Ang ka-vertical niya si angle 3. So, is equivalent to angle 3. Next, si angle 2 naman, equivalent niya or kakongruent niya si angle 4. Now, take note. Ang first ko ginawa, ang symbol na ginawa ko ganyan lang, isa lang na curved line. Para dito, isa lang din na curved line. Okay, ibig sabihin, kung isa lang curved line, yung ka-equal niya, isang curved line lang din. Pero kung dalawang curve line ang ginawa ko, ibig sabihin ang ka-equal niya or congruent niya is dalawang curve line dito. Ito po. Okay? So, yun po yung ibig sabihin yan. What if naman kung meron pang ikatlong angle, tatlong curve line na naman ang gawin ko. Okay? Ganun lang po yung sekreto dyan. I hope you got it. So, there are two pairs of angles or vertical angles here. And all vertical angles are equal to each other. Ibig sabihin, if angle 1 is 80 degrees, dapat si angle 3 80 degrees din siya. Ganoon lang po yan. If this is 100 degrees, dapat si angle 2 100 degrees din po siya. Yan po yung idea ng vertical angles. Now, using a protractor, I would like you to measure the following measures of angles given in the figure. Measure of angle 1. Sukatin niyo daw po gamit ang protractor. So, naiwan ko kasi ang protractor sa classroom. Bawal kasi pumunta doon. So, hindi ko siya nakuha. I'll be teaching you how to use the protractor by sending a link on the i-search ko na lang, be. What is a protractor? So, ang protractor po, sino may protractor sa bahay nyo?
Ako po, nasa box.
Okay, sir.
Ano sa drawer.
So, kung meron kayo protractor, pwede nyo siyang ilabas mamaya or pwede ngayon na. So, ang image mo ng protractor is ganito. Okay. Yung point po dito, yan, ganyan. Yung point po dyan, yan yung basis niyo ng center. Yan po dapat ang nasa gitna. O yung point nyo din sa drawing. For example, meron kayong drawing na ganyan. Yung point na ito at saka yung point dyan, yan dapat itapat. Okay? Dyan dapat itapat. Ha? Yan po yan. Okay, next. Meron nakasulat dyan na guhit. Tapos, pagdating dito, meron nakasulat 90. So, ganyan po. Pag sinukat nyo siya ngayon, itong line na ito ang gagamitin, itong ika-second na line. Huwag po gamitin ang first na line. Kasi po, pag first na line po, magmali po ang measure nyo. Dapat itong second na line. So, saan itong second na line itapat? Itong second na line na itatapat nyo siya ngayon dito sa linya na ginuhit. Nakuha? Okay? Itong second na line, dapat nakapatong siya dito sa guhit na ito. Okay? Itong point, dapat nakapatong siya dito na point. Ganun lang po yun siya. Tapos, since natapat nyo na, for example, ito na, natapat nyo na dito. So ngayon, patabingi na yung itsura ng inyong protractor. Nakapa-side na siya ng ganon. So since nakapatabingi na siya, kung ano yung measure na pinatapat ng kanyang kabilang arrow, for example, dito siya natapat sa kabila. So, bilangin nyo lang po kung ilan yun siya. May nakasulat niyan siya na number yan, usually like 100, 120, 130, 140. Yun na po yung sagot. Okay? Yung number na yun. What if napagitnaan siya? Like 91 and 95 or 91 and 93. So, napagitnaan siya, magiging 92 siya. Okay? So, yun po yung gagawin nyo dito. I-measure nyo ang angle 1, angle 3, angle AOB, BOC, 24, BOC, at saka AOB. Now, ngayon, for this activity, I would like you to write true or false given on the statement. So, magiging true lang siya kung totoo yung statement. False naman po kapag mali. Okay. Vertical angles are sometimes adjacent. When you say adjacent, magkatabi. So, balikan po natin. Sinabi ko kanina, ang vertical angles magka-opposite. Hindi po sila magkatabi. Now, write your answer for number 1. Is it true or false? Write your answer. Do not reveal the answer yet. Just write your answer.
Last 2 na, sir.
Last number 2. For week number 2. Okay, next, number 2. If the two angles are vertical, then they are either both acute or both obtuse. So, pag sinabi mong acute, less than 90. Pag sinabi mong obtuse, greater than 90. Totoo ba na ang vertical angle, ang nabubuo niyang angles is pwedeng acute at saka pwedeng obtuse? Yes or no, or true or false? Ang question dito, ang vertical angles daw, nakakabuo siya ng dalawang angles. Pwedeng acute, pwedeng obtuse. Tulad ng ginawa natin kanina na example, this is 80. This is example of an acute. Dapat 80 din dito. Dito naman sa kabila, this is 100. This is obtuse. Dapat dito din sa kabila, obtuse. So, totoo ba na nakaka-create siya ng obtuse at saka acute? True or false? Next, number 3. Two lines that intersect always form vertical angles. Next, number 3 na tayo. Do not reveal yet the answer. Just answer on your last. Next, number 3. Lahat daw po ng intersecting lines, merong nakikreate na vertical angles. Vertical angles, mag-opposite. Be, tingnan daw natin. Meron ba? Meron bang vertical angles na nabuo? Lahat po na nag-cross, meron bang vertical angles? So, true or false? Next, number 4. Vertical angles are sometimes not congruent. Vertical angles are sometimes not congruent. Sinabi ko kanina na lahat po ng vertical angles are equal. So, ano ngayon ang ibig sabihin yan? Not congruent. True or false? Next, number 5. Two vertical angles are always congruent. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, lahat po ng vertical angles are equal. Now, sinabi po dito, they are congruent. True or false? Okay? Your time starts now in answering letter A. You have type done if you're done with this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tapos naman nata. Charger. Nalubat mo naman. Soksa ko na dyan. San? Clarice is done. So let us wait for the others. Saan ang manok? Saan? Pasok. Pag ako nakalabas dito, lutuin ko yung manok ngayon. Okay lang. May question pala ano? Ang SOP. Okay, done. So let's reveal now the answer. 2 points for the correct one, 1 point for the correct one. Okay, vertical angles are sometimes adjacent. That is false. Opposite po sila, hindi po sila adjacent. Okay? Ay, wrong spelling. Wrong spelling, wrong. False. Next, number 2. If two angles are vertical, then they are either both acute or both obtuse. Yes, that is true. Pwede pong acute, pwedeng obtuse. Next, number 3. Two lines that intersect always form vertical angles. What's your answer? Anyone? What's the answer here for number 3?
True.
True nga ba? So the answer here is true. True. Next, number 4. 2 points pang tama dito ha, 1 point pang mali. 1 point for the correct one. Next, number 4. Vertical angles are not congruent. True or false? When you say congruent, equal. So the answer here is false. Lahat po ng vertical are congruent or equal. Next, number 5, that is true. Sabi daw po dyan, vertical angles are always congruent. So, for letter A, that is 10 points. Next, letter B. For letter B, use the figure on the right. You can see this is the figure. Daw po. We have the first triangle is angle 1, 2, and 3. The second triangle is 4, 5, 6. Tapos yung 7 at saka si 8 are vertical. Si 1 and 4 are vertical. Okay? Now, tanong. Are angle 3 and angle 6 vertical angles? Angle 3 and angle 6 vertical? Okay, just select yes or no. Then do not reveal the answer. Next, are angle 1 and angle 8 vertical? When you say vertical, magka-opposite. Yes or no? Are angle 1 and angle 4 vertical? Magka-opposite ba daw si 1 and 4? Okay, yes or no? Next, for items 4 and 5, two pairs of vertical angles. I would like you to identify For numbers 4 and number 5, the pairs of vertical angles that can be found in this given. Okay, your time starts now then. Type done if you're done. Okay, Hinko, wala daw po siyang last two. Sige lang, Hinko. Mag-leave ka muna, Hinko, para mag-check na kami ngayon. Then, ibibigay ko po ang copy ng last two soft copy. Okay? Tapos na po ba lahat? Not yet? Still waiting for the others? Si Jane din, wala din pong last two. Bakit kaya? Naglit na nga, i-upload ko sa page ay sa natin, GC. Red is finished. Si Miguel din po, wala din po. Don't worry, ina-upload ko na po. Okay, na-upload ko na po sa GC. Scan nyo na lang kung saan dyan yung last two. Last 1, 2, 3, 4 yan siya for week number 2. Okay, Red and Cindy are finished. Still waiting for the others. Okay, last 3 minutes maybe. Okay, for number 1, let us check now. Where is my marker? Class, sino nagkuha ng marker ko, class? Ito pala. Okay, number 1, let us reveal the answer. So, angle 3 and angle 6 are vertical angles. Angle 3 and 6. Yes or no? Who would like to answer? Anyone? Are you still there, class?
Opo.
So, the answer for number 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
That is
No.
absolutely no.
No.
Angle 3 and 6 are not vertical. Next, number 2, angle 1 and angle 8. Angle 1 and angle 8. Vertical, yes or no?
Yes.
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 Mag-sure mo sa inyong yes, ha?
No. No.
Datay
Yes.
lagi.
No.
That is,
No.
Yes.
taka lang din sila, oh. Angle 1 and angle 4. Yes, no?
Yes.
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 And number 4? Number 4 and 5. What are the two pairs of angles? 4 to 5. Ano po yung
Angles.
vertical angles? We have angle 1 and angle
4.
tapos ano yung isa?
Angle 7 and 8.
Angle 7 and angle 8. Di makita. Angle 7 and angle 8. So number 4 and 5, angle 7 and angle 8. So pwedeng angle 1 and angle 4 at saka angle 1 and angle 4 and angle 7 and angle 8. Okay, that's 2 points each. 1 point po ang mali. Okay, so a total of 10 plus 10 kanina. 10 ba yung kanina? Sa letter A is 10
Opo.
points. Sa letter B is 10 points. A total of 20 over 20 for last number 2, week number 2. Next, for our last number 1 naman po is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 points din po sa ating last number 1 yung kanina, yung first lesson natin. So 20 over 20 and another 20 over 20 sa last 2. So please submit the scores by taking a picture of it and sending it in our page at www.facebook.com/humang2021. So I hope you got my instruction, and dito naman po sa inyong assignment, i-measure lang po yung angles. Di ba meron tayong last number 2? Yung last number 2 po ninyo, i-measure lang po gamit ang protractor. So yan po is 20 points also. So goodbye everyone. Thank you and God bless.
Bye po.
Thank
you,
Bye
sir.
po.
Okay.
Oh, Papa.